Hi everybody, welcome to the Manifold channel. Today we're going to look at some of the wonderful new editing commands in Manifold System Release 9, in particular the clip command. We're looking at Manifold System Release 9 right now. All this works in the free viewer as well. I'm going to drag and drop a project that I created which has about 250,000 objects in it. It opens that quickly. And what we have here is all the areas from the OpenStreetMap data set for Boston, the Boston region. And we're going to right click and drag here to zoom into downtown Boston. And let's right click and drag even further into this region right here, which shows a neighborhood. I'm going to turn off the Bing Street Maps layer, by the way, because Bing is way slower than Manifold, so there's no point in having a Bing slowing down Manifold. And what I want to do is I want to draw an area here for the neighborhood, a polygonal area, which fills in all the empty space between all the different OSM polygons. So that's a pretty complicated deal, but we'll do it quickly. We're going to click on the areas layer to make that the active layer. Here I'm going to choose create area, and I'm going to proceed as if I was creating an area in the usual way with Manifold, which is just using the create area tool to click the various vertices for the area that I want to create, and I'm just going to outline the neighborhood of interest so it completely surrounds the various building footprints in that area. And OSM areas, by the way, are not just building footprints. They also include things like I guess lawns and other spaces. So that's roughly the outline of the area. And to actually create that, I could right click and at this point choose Save Changes, which would create the area object as outline. Or I can modify that proposed area by choosing Clip. When I choose Clip, it gives me a choice of keeping the inner part, which would be just keep writing the area in all these little polygons that already exist, or the outer part, which would be everything except those polygons. I'm going to click OK, and you can see it instantly modifies that to add all these different additional inner borders to outline those polygons. To create the record, I just click Add Record, and there it's done. It's that quick. To see what that looks like, what I can do is I can control click it, that new area that we created. To select it, choose Edit, Cut, and I'll click into this clip areas layer that I created earlier, which is formatted a little differently. And if I like, I can choose Control V or just simple Edit Paste, and that pastes the new area. And now I can, if you like, you can take a look at how that looks by turning off the areas layer. So you can see this is the new area that we created. And as you can see, this new area, that has internal regions that are cutouts that are exactly aligned to, the various polygons that were inside of it. And it's that quick and easy to do, and we created this phenomenally complex polygon in just a matter of seconds, and we did it with just a few clicks, and basically it was one right click and choosing clip, and that's it. So we can also do things like create lines with clip areas. For example, here's create a line, and let's say I want to draw a line from here. I'll click here, and then I'll draw a line here and there, and then I'll click like that. And now what I want to do is I want to click the line everywhere where it actually crosses over the area. So that's keeping the inner part. So I'll check that and I'll click OK, and you can see how that was modified. So now the only parts of the line that cover the area are there. So click Add Record, and that's the line. If we can see what the default operation does, let's create another line here. Click here, click there, and let's choose Clip. And it remembers of the last thing I did, so that if you're doing a lot of repetitive operations, you don't have to keep checking the same box over and over, which is convenient. I'll uncheck that. So now we're going to not keep the inner part. We're going to do the outer part that is a part of the line that is outside of those areas. For example, this will get filled in, and that'll draw the line, but here the line will not be drawn. Click OK, and you can see how that modified the proposed line. Click Add Record, and it's done. All that is very easy to do. Let's put this to work in a real-life kind of example. I'll turn off this layer, turn this layer back on so we see the original OSM areas. And what I want to do is I want to modify this particular OSM area here so that to fill in these cutout regions as if this border was straight along here. So to do that, I'm going to start with create area again. And here what I will do is I'll click the space bar to toggle snapping, and I'll snap from there to there to where the curve starts, and then over here, and then I'll click the space bar again to toggle snapping off. And I'll just draw enough of the area so that it overlaps the part that I'm interested in. Choose Clip and click OK. So, and you can see that's now going to fill in those parts. Click Add Record, and then we're done. We just filled in that Add Record. Now what I want to do is I want to combine this new area, merge it with the existing blue area, and I want to do that in the way which keeps the attributes for the existing blue area. So the way I'll do that is simple. I'll just control click this to make it the selection. then I'll alt-click that target area. That's the one I want to keep. So we've picked that. That's going to be our dominant area. And now when I right-click on it with the Edit menu, I can choose Merge. And the Merge will give you an option of how to bring in any attributes from that new area I've created. I don't care about any of them, so I'm just going to use Copy. So the blue area will be dominant. Click OK, and it automatically fills it in. So that it's done. It's that quickly. Now, I suppose Manifold could have some sort of command that is a extend or fill or something like that. But when you have special case commands like that, it's easy to end up with hundreds of commands, lots and lots of buttons like QGIS or something like that has, and that are very hard to remember what any of those buttons do. It's a lot better to have a few general purpose commands, for example, like merge, clip, and so forth, split, which you can recombine them rapidly because they're easy to learn and they're very easy to apply. All this stuff, by the way, we've done in a native Manifold project. This also could have been done if this layer was brought in from a GDB. So, for example, we could. Here's another project. I'm going to bring a new project in. Save changes now. Open this map, and this is exactly the same data set, but it's being brought in from an ESRI GDB. That's a file geodatabase. Which all this stuff works exactly the same way as it would in Manifold. It's just slower. So you can see that GDB is a lot slower in terms of responding. But we could have edited that polygon in place and make that exactly the same edit, exactly the same way we did in Release 9. Work just the same way. It's just that it would be slower. Some databases, of course, are faster than GDB. For example, PostGIS or Oracle or something like that would be a lot faster. Or we could use GPKG, or we could do edits and shapefiles, all this stuff in place, and it all works because exactly the same editing commands work, regardless of what the data source is. They're just vector editing commands. I hope you've enjoyed this quick demonstration of some of the new editing features in Release 9. They're really fast. They're easy to learn. You can learn them using the free viewer. Download it. There's no strings attached. There's plenty of more spectacular videos and lots of useful information in the documentation. Give it a read. Check it out. And if you like what you see, tell your friends. Thanks for watching, and goodbye from Manifold Land. Well, that was fun. If you want to see more, visit us at www.manifold.net. As always, Manifold delivers the world's most advanced, highest quality spatial products for GIS and DBMS at a low price that you can afford. Once again, that's manifold.net. See you soon.